DAZN, undisputed.
Assalamu alaikum. The biggest game in the Women's Premier League calendar. Two Saudi juggernauts go head-to-head in a top-of-the-table clash. Ahli and Al Nassr meeting for the first time this season and both winning their opening 5 games. Really, this is a crucial game for either side. Now, let's have a look at the starting lineup. Ahli, the home side, making 2 changes from their 2-0 win against Al Ula in match week 5. Haraya Al-Shamrani and Maluk Al-Hassawi, they replace Dalia Abdullaba and Fadwa Khalid in midfield. So only 2 changes for the home side, Al Ahli. We are at the Al Ahli Club Stadium here in Jeddah this evening. Of course, Al Nassr travelling from Riyadh, and in celebration, all players are wearing a very, very special scarf indeed. It was announced 2 nights ago that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, they will be hosting the FIFA World Cup in 2034. An extraordinary achievement for the Kingdom, and it really showcases how much focus and development they really have put on the beautiful game. Of course, the roots do grow very deep within the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It really is a footballing nation, and rightly so. They have achieved an absolutely fabulous statement in 2034, in 10 years' time. All eyes will be on the Kingdom, and all eyes now on Al Nassr. They make only 1 change from their 3-1 win, my apologies, against Al Ittihad. Sarah Khalid will start in goal, replacing Reem Al Balushi. So only 1 change, which is in goal for Al Nassr. The outfield remain the same. Azil Ahmed, Layan Al Fefi, Colleen Souza and Sora Al Hamad across the back. Basma Al Shanafi, Lina Busaha and Maria Duda in midfield. Ruth Kipoyi, Clara Lavanga and Mubarak Al Sa'ari up top. Huge pressure in tonight's game. Yes, it is still early on in the season, but as it is a top-of-the-table clash, this really could be a title-deciding game, that's for sure. It is, of course, the reigning champions of the Women's Premier League up against the reigning champions of the Women's Cup. And now it's Al Ahli's turn for their group huddle, and first shot for the head coach for Al Ahli, Manar Faraji, the Jordanian head coach. She's had a spectacular form coming into this on the back of a 2-0 victory against Al Ula. And the week before that, in match week 4, a huge game against Al Hilal, a 3-1 win for Al Ahli. And they really have been unstoppable. In particular, the likes of Ibtisam Jaredi up top is in fine form as always. And on the other side, Sandro Mendes, also with 5 wins so far this season. And Al Ahli, in their traditional green and white strip, they will be playing from left to right on your screens. Al Nassr in their yellow and blue from right to left. We are in Jeddah and the temperatures have certainly dropped as we've approached the winter months in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Much cooler and better playing conditions indeed. And a quick check of the watch, our referee this evening is Omar Mohammed Abu Zaid. Abdulaziz Ahmed, Iman Abdulrahman and Omar Abdulaziz are amongst the officials here tonight. No VAR in action, so it is down to Omar Mohammed and Abu Zaid. And it's all calm before the storm, and it really is going to be a storm here tonight. Both teams very much expected to score goals for the likes of Ibtisam Jaredi and Naomi Kaba for Al Ahli, and Clara Lavanga and Ruth Kipoyi. Of course, Lina Boussaha for Al Nassr. And we are underway. It is match week 6 in the Women's Premier League, and it's Al Ahli up against Al Nassr. An early throw-in for Al Nassr. Ruth Kipoyi, she steps up to take. Aya Al Majali, a faithful at the back for Al Ahli. Started all league games so far this season. 14 appearances last season. Only 1 goal under her belt, but she really is a rock at the back. The ball's whipped in early on and a connection, but it's only headed over by Clara Lavanga. Just couldn't quite get the right connection there. Got the angles all a little bit too wrong. Clara Lavanga just got a little bit too much under the ball rather than attacking it. Ibtisam Jaredi already with 8 goals so far this season. Let's have another look here. It's good defending in the end by Aya Al Majali. But again, it's Al Nassr. Kipoyi slides it across, chested down, and Aya half cleared by Al Ahli. But in the end, Alice Cussi steers it away. Cussi slides it through. Lovely touch by Jaredi. And again, skips past one. Jaredi has a go. And it's steered wide of goal. Sarah Khalid yet to be challenged in goal so far here tonight. Al Nassr with the early opportunity, but Al Ahli soon answering, and this is exactly what we expected here this evening. End-to-end action. Of course, both are top of the table, slightly ahead Al Ahli on goal difference, both on 18 points. Al Ahli with plus 19 and Al Nassr with plus 11. Al Ahli scoring 25 goals to Al Nassr's 19. Only conceding 6 goals so far this season, Al Ahli. Al Nassr only conceding 8. But Al Ahli, amongst Al Hilal, they do have the best defence in the league. And that just could be the difference. Jaredi with the early pressure. The ball's come all the way over the top. Aya steers it away from Clara Lavanga, but it will be an Al Nassr throw-in. And you can see Aya Al Majali will really have a work cut out here this evening. Tight on Clara Lavanga. Malouk Al Hassawi, one of the changes for Al Ahli this evening. Brings a real physical dominance for Al Ahli. Twelve appearances and 2 goals last season. She's only 19 years of age. Malouk Al Hassawi. Aya dives in. Lina slides it through. Early opportunity. And there's the opener. Ruth Kipoyi. A wonderful team goal for Al Nassr. the link-up play. And I have to say, Aya Al-Majali, 9 times out of 10, she's absolutely solid at the back, but she just launched in, completely out of control, missed the ball, and it provided the opportunity for Lina Bousaha just to feed it through, and the weight of the pass to Ruth Kipoyi was literally pitch perfect. Ruth Kipoyi, she scored a goal last week against Al Ittihad, and she scored again here tonight. Let's have another look. Lina, great strength, and Aya just couldn't do enough. And Lina stood her ground, continued to play, just picked up the loose ball from Juredi. And well, calm, cool and collective from Ruth Kipoyi. And that's her second goal of the season. The Dominican of Republic Congo international. And well, early on in this game, in the opening 4 minutes, it's Al Ahli 0, Al Nassr 1. In the past few games, Al Nassr have left it late to gain the win in the 3 points, but the scoring early on in this game, they mean business, and rightly so. Giving away yet again, Clara Lavanga this time slides it back to Kipoyi. Lina's with her. Kipoyi just charging and drives it forward, but steered wide in the end. Perhaps a little bit too rushed for Ruth Kipoyi. Mangalia not challenged with that one, but she was certainly challenged with Ruth Kipoyi's shot. And you can see the head's just dropped a little bit for Al Ahli. Of course, both of these teams not used to losing or even drawing so far this season. 5 wins in 5 games. Well blocked in the end by Haraya Al-Shamrani. The other change that Al Ahli made this evening, along with Malouk Al-Hussawi. Seal feeds it through, trying to find Clara Lavanga, but steered away in the end. Lina with the touch. Kathleen over the top, but nobody's there. Just a bit too heavy from Kathleen Souza. One of the key new signings for Al Nassr this season, the Brazilian. She brings a real wealth of experience. In particular, former Inter Milan and Real Madrid player. Lovely interception, just denying Lina from the cross. Mubarak steered away in the end. Aya looks to go, but she just drops back, and Kipoyi again, twisting, turning. She's an absolute powerhouse up top, but denied this time, and it's just bobbled away, and Al Ahli have just managed to do enough. Kusi this time feeds it through. A quick turn by Naomi Kabakaba. And now Al Ahli on the break. Malouk. And Ibtisam Juredi. Juredi brings it down. She's going to need a bit of support though. Malouk is there. Juredi decides to slide it across, and I think perhaps she may have just been caught in two minds whether to have a pop on goal or slide it across. Sarah Khalid with the stern point and stare to her defence. A little bit too close to home perhaps. Sarah Khalid with a short distribution. Basma, young talent for Al Nassr, Basma Al Shanafi. First season she's been with the senior team. Kipoyi yet again driving forward. Kipoyi still with Kipoyi and steered away. Clara Lavanga and both Lina Busaha was there. Kaba brought down in the process, and it will be a free kick, and it is a yellow card indeed. The first yellow of the night, and that has gone to Kathleen Souza. Real rock at the back, the Brazilian. First yellow of the game, and a yellow for Kathleen Souza. 44 appearances and 2 goals for Real Madrid. 27 appearances and 1 goal for Inter Milan. Just got the timing a little bit out of sort there. Did make the connection. Let's have a look at from this angle. Just the knee. She lunged in. A little bit too eager, Kathleen Souza. And that one's going to hurt. Real connection and real impact on Naomi Kaba. Stopped her in her tracks and paces, that's for sure. Naomi Kaba also scoring in match week 5's game against Alula. In fact, she scored a very late goal in the 90th minute. And just did enough to take the 3 points from the newly promoted side, Alula. First real test for Sarah Khalid. Just organising her wall. Of course, a key target would be Naomi Kaba. Aya Al-Majali, if she steps up to take this, we do know how much distance she can get and the power through the strike, and perhaps she may even go for goal with this one. Aya Al-Majali. She does go for goal. No real contest and an opportunity. And it's all bobbled away. Kusi just tries to nick it back to Kaba. And now Al Nassr have an opportunity on the break. Ruth Kipoyi, Clara Lavanga brought down, and on the other side a yellow card will be given, and that yellow card is pointed towards Haraya Al-Shamrani. Literally a like for like. One free kick to another. Clara Lavanga this time just brought down. Both Kipoyi and Clara Lavanga. You can just see Clara, exactly what she wanted to do, just take the touch and run onto the ball. And a very late challenge by Shamrani. So 2 cards so far in this game, 1 apiece for either side. It's always going to be a very feisty and competitive encounter. So much is on the line in this game. Maria Duda, new signing this season, Brazilian national, 29 years of age, former Flamengo player. Also scoring last game. And Duda steps up, whips the ball to the near post and steers wide of Iman Gallia's goal. So both free kicks, Aya for Al Ahli and Maria Duda for Al Nassr, both going for glory and goal. Aya over to Shamrani. Shamrani couldn't quite get it through, and it has been given. Maluk wanted a little bit more than that. She wanted the card shown. Kathleen Souza, again, she's already on a yellow, so she's going to have to be a little bit careful, the Brazilian. Of course, a very successful season back in 23-24 for Manaj Varaji. Cup winner and league runner-up. Of course, league runner-up to Al Nassr. The victory. Aya dinks it over. Jaradi couldn't get a touch, but did she just get fingertips on that one? You could see instantly that Ibtisam Juraydi, she indicated that it was out for a corner. And it is in fact Aya Al-Majali. She makes her way across and the ball's whipped in, steered away in the end. But Malouk picks up the loose ball. Across to Kusi. Kusi delivers. And the opportunity trembles away from Naomi Kaba Kaba. Sarah Khalid, of course, the only change for Al Nassr this evening. She's back in goal. She is the #1 goalkeeper for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's national team. Heavy touch by Clara, able to run on. Now bodies approaching the area. Just got in the way though, just did enough. Elodie Nakash. Duda steers it forward. Lavanga just caught offside there and she just didn't really make any attempt to gain the ball because of that. Kaba Kaba has a go, well blocked in the end by Duda. Wonderful interception. Slides it through Malouk. Bit of time and space to play with. Into Juraydi. Kathleen denies the Moroccan. And that's going to be an interesting battle here tonight. Kathleen Souza up against Ibtisam Juraydi. Two real powerhouses within the Women's Premier League. Both Ruth Kipoyi and Naomi Kaba Kaba from the Dominican Republic of the Congo. Ball over the top, and you could hear from the sidelines there, perhaps instruction from Sandro Mendes. Just shway and just perhaps bring the tempo a little bit down at times. But opportunity now, and it's parried down and steered out of play, but it looks as though the ball was taken from Iman Gallia. And it's Ruth Kipoyi that's indicating that it should be a corner. And a bit of argy-bargy and a few words shared between Aya Al-Majali and Ruth Kipoyi. Let's have another look here. Kipoyi goes for goal, and you can see that Iman Gallia, she didn't get two hands on it initially, she just parried it down and then dived onto the ball. Aya goes long. Only as far as Kipoyi though. Lovely touch, lovely skill. Lena. A through ball. Wants the 1-2, but not as clean as they'd hoped, but back with a yellow shirt now. Basma gives it away. Al Ahli with the opportunity. Kaba Kaba down that left-hand channel. Options now joining. Ibtisam Juraydi is there. There will be a corner. Maria Duda just sliding through to deny Naomi Kaba Kaba. Great interception, perfect timing. Maria Duda, former Flamengo player back in Brazil, also had experience with Sao Paulo and Avaldsnes in Norway. Ball heading towards the back post. Aya is there. And it's bobbled in, and luckily for Al Nassr, there was just a cluster of yellow shirts. No green shirt to be seen, only Aya Al-Majali, who was brought down in the process, and it looks like she may have just picked up a bit of a knock here. You can see she's holding her mouth and perhaps a little bit of a bleed as well. Medical assistance just being called on by the referee. And Azil Ahmed just showing her sportsmanship, just checking the defender is okay. Yeah, you can just see the connection. Just taking a little bit of a knock, but it was only Aya Al-Majali that was really contending for the ball. There was no real other options for Al Ahli as that ball came over the top towards the back post. Well, a quick medical check, and all appears to be okay with the defender. Of course, you just bring that additional height in the area with set pieces. Jordanian international. She came across from Al Ittihad. Also former Konak Belediyespor player. And play will resume. One ball goes all the way back to Iman Galia. Just gives Al Ahli enough time just to try and reset, of course. Aya Al-Majali, she's not yet back on the pitch, so Al Ahli down to 10 at the moment. Kusi dispossessed. Opportunity now. Roof Kapoyi. Clara Lavanga driving forward. Also Lina Bousaha and Sarah Al-Hamad joining the party. Again, Kapoyi finds a gap. This time the ball, the final ball over the top, just wasn't quite as good as the earlier opportunities. A bit too heavy. Lost her footing there, Roof Kapoyi. She made connection. But a good opening 20 minutes for the away side. Eladina Cash, also another new signing for Al Ahli this season. Kaba, you could see she just wanted to play the quick ball through, but denied. Maluk finds Kusi, a heavy touch. Gives it to Basma, and from Kusi and Juradi. Basma just getting in the way. Very talented young player joining the senior team this season, Basma Al-Shanafi. Last season she was playing for the under-17s. And Aya Al-Majali. All is well. A quick swirl of water and she'll be back on. Nakash jinks it through and it's bobbled all the way, but nobody's there. Sarah Khalid just advancing out of her area. Something that we typically see Sarah Khalid do. And in fact, Sarah Khalid started as a basketball player with Eastern Flames. And she was actually scouted to be a goalkeeper and moved to Mamlaka, which is the former Al Nassr women's team. Heavy ball through. Roof Kapoyi unable to chase down. Right idea, just distribution a little bit too heavy at the moment. And that's really what's lacking for Al Nassr in the last 5 minutes or so. Just the quality of that final ball. Al Ahli not really finding as many chances as Al Nassr in this first half so far. And of course the loyal supporters making their way on this Friday evening. It is of course one of the biggest games of the season, if not the biggest so far. One step over, two step over. Roof Kapoyi has a go. And goes all the way over the top. Thumbs up though from Kapoyi. She's not afraid to have a pop on goal. That really is the difference. Sometimes you can actually see Aya Al-Majali, she's still struggling at the moment. And a heavy challenge Kathleen Souza at fault again. It was a real collision of Kusi and Kathleen Souza. Both going in, not pulling out at all there, either one. It's only ever going to end in one way. Initially, the high leg from Kusi. A little bit naughty from her. And then it was more so the momentum as she made the challenge going into Kathleen Souza that brought Kusi down. But it was in fact Alice Kusi at fault initially. Of course, the physicality of Kathleen Souza. Anyone's going to feel that one. Let's have another look here. See Kusi just catching Kathleen Souza with the studs. And then body checking Alice Kusi. In the process, Kathleen Souza. Well, all appears to be okay. And Alice Kusi now back on. Maria Duda over the top, chested down. Sara is there though. Tries to get the ball through to Lena. Too heavy, Anaya steers it away. Lovely twisting and turning by Kaba Kaba. Now into Malouk Al-Hassawi. Al-Hassawi does well, but couldn't get past Kathleen Souza. Lena with the through ball, well blocked in the end. You can see exactly what she wanted to do. She saw Clara Lavanga onside and just lingering up top. Sara Khalid protected by Kathleen Souza. And at the moment, the only option really going forward for Al Ahli is Ibtisam Juredi. With the way Al Nassr are playing, the likes of Naomi Kaba Kaba and Alice Kusi, they're just having to drop back too deep. Kapoyi has a go, and it's steered wide in the end. You could see Iman Gallia standing her ground at the near post. She got caught last time. She wasn't getting caught again. Not called to action, but stood her ground, and better positioning this time from the goalkeeper. And just making sure it steered past her. Kaba Kaba drives forward. Ibtisam Juredi perhaps a little bit too slow, but steered away. Raise of the arms by Naomi Kaba Kaba. And again, Al Ahli, they're just not getting the numbers forward. As soon as they go on the counter-attack through the likes of Naomi Kaba Kaba, the rest of the team are just sat far too deep at the moment to be able to create enough options in that area. Juredi plays the short corner. Back into Juredi. Better angle now. Juredi has a go. And it's wide of goal. And you can see a disheartened Moroccan. Typically it's all smiles from Ibtisam Juredi. And let's just take a look back at their previous 3 games. A 2-0 win against Al Ula, 3-1 against Al Hilal, and a 5-0 win against Al Taraji. Of course, let's not forget that 12-0 win against newly promoted side Al Hamma in the Saudi Women's Cup. And also a tremendous display against Al Shabab, 6-2 back in October. Basma Al Shanafi steers it to the right, well blocked in the end. Kaba Kaba skips past Basma, slides it through. Juredi just couldn't quite steer back enough. Zia Ahmed doing enough there. There will be an Ahli throw. Maria Duda again, just doing enough. There's the earlier opportunity for Ibtisam Juredi. Couldn't get enough whip to steer it on target. Well, last season, Ahli, they were runners-up to Al Nassr, and they finished 10 points behind Al Nassr, so there was a huge gap last season. This season, they've managed to keep at the pace, if not slightly better, as they do have a slight advantage on goal difference. A couple of new signings just strengthening their side and making them a real contender. They were always a contender last season, but the way they've started the new campaign and the gap at the top is certainly emerging as well. Kusi goes long, chested down by Kaba, drives forward. Can't quite get it past, and Basma just steers it away as Kaba comes flying in. Thinks it through. Lavanga just takes a touch, but makes it easy for Nakash in the end. Good turn, and Nakash, the Moroccan, does well. Kipoyi into Lena. Lena over the top, a bit too heavy though again. And just that final ball for either side is lacking at the moment. Al Ahli more so lacking options, but Al Nassr lacking the quality. Intercepted well, kept hold of the ball, but Malouk just did enough. Dinked over the top by Duda. Lavanga chasing. Aya Al-Majali with the long clearance. Juredi chasing, but Sarah Khalid, as always, just comes flying out of her area, and maybe there she would have been better just leaving that to the defender and actually playing the ball. And you can see that's actually frustrated the head coach, Sandro Mendes, the Portuguese head coach. And rightly so. It could have been a good opportunity just to regain the possession and quickly go on the break. Lovely ball through. Mubarak. Lavanga switches it over to Kipoyi. Ragad and Kipoyi, what a save from Iman Galia. Terrific work by the Saudi national. Quick reactions, cat-like reactions there from Iman Galia. But no denying it was a terrific strike from Roof Kipoyi. Very difficult angle. Just did enough, and it will be an Al Nassr corner though. Sarah Hamad looks to take. Kathleen Souza comes. Juredi now. Again, no real options in front. Juredi flicks it back, and Nakash, ball over the top, trying to find Alice Kusi. Lena. Ball comes over the top, chested down by Kipoyi. Kipoyi driving forward, Nakash chasing a tail. Nakash skips past, couldn't get the interception, and Hanafi finds Kaba. This is an opportunity now for Al Ahli. Juredi's in front. Comes across to Maluk. Maluk charges forward. Asil Ahmed just does enough, and you can hear the roar from the Al Nassr stand. Sandro Mendes, he wanted a card there. 9 times out of 10, Maluk Al Hassawi does knock a fair few players down. Sandro Mendes, he's not happy about something here. Lina. Kipoyi. Lovely ball through to Lavanga. Heavy touch though from Lavanga. Back with a green shirt, and Kusi now in the midfield. Dinks it over the top. Kaba Kaba. She's now chasing. Kaba Kaba dinks it through. Ibtisam Juredi just can't get in front of Kathleen Souza. Good positioning from the Brazilian. Kusi steers past one. Kusi slides it through. Kaba Kaba shanks it across, but the flag is raised in the end, and it is an offside for Naomi Kaba Kaba. A good opportunity, and all the hard work here was Alice Kusi. Naomi Kaba Kaba's starting position was just slightly offside. Just a little bit unaware. Kaba Kaba. Maluk. Maluk again chasing. Well, as it stands, it's still Al Ahli 0, Al Nassr 1. The way the reigning champions of the Women's Premier League would have hoped to have started. And they'll be wanting to go into the break, just taking that lead and holding on to that slight advantage to apply the pressure more so to Al Ahli. But Naomi Kaba Kaba just does a little bit too much, and you can see the frustration oozing out of Naomi Kaba Kaba now. Not happy at all. And as that frustration comes, so does the overplaying and rash decisions. Prime example there, Alice Kusi having a pop on goal for that from that far out. Just get the ball down and play like they're used to. At times they're just sat far too deep. Again, Basma Al-Shanafi. What a great start for the youngster. Basma. Over to Lina. Basma. Over the top. No one's there though, and chased down by Ragad. Again, at times, both teams are just a little bit guilty of just steering the ball out of play when they could just perhaps keep hold of the possession. Lina with the touch. Slides it back. Basma's there. Sarah's also with her. Decides to go forward and through. Basma. Kipoyi finds a gap. Only as far as Ragad. Now Alice Kusi skips past one. Slides it through. Maluk. Quick touch. Brings it back. Haraya into Nakash. Nakash with pressure from Clara Lavanga. Kaba Kaba. Denied again by Asil Ahmed. What a great start she's had here tonight. Lina over to Kipoyi. Kipoyi chasing. Sawara Asiri slides across, doesn't get a hold. Kipoyi now an opportunity, slides it through, and it is Clara Lavanga. She finds the second for Al Nassr, and it was coming. Al Nassr knocking on the Jeddah door time and time again. And this time the quality of that final ball, and it all went back to Ruth Kipoyi. Sawara Asiri just losing her footing, diving in to try and get the interception. Didn't get it, which opened up the gap for Ruth Kipoi. And all it took was a lovely pass in front of goal to Clara Lavanga. Let's have another look here. As Ruth Kipoi chases. It's this challenge here. Diving in, Isiri opened up the gap. Clara Lavanga unmarked. And well, no real contest at all from Ahli. Too many bodies watching. And well, it's Ahli 0, Al Nassr 2. And Al Nassr now very much in the driver's seat in match week 6. Alice Cussie slides it back. My apologies, it is match week 7 in the Women's Premier League. Of course, we did have a couple of fixtures earlier on this evening. Alula 6, Eastern Flames 2. Al Hilal with the win against Al Amal, 2-1 win for them. And Clara Lavanga again feeds it through. Well, very nearly Sawaria Asiri just didn't get that one right, and you can see the frustration starting to build with a number of Al Ahli players. And of course, frustration can go either way. It can start causing mistakes and errors, or it can give you that boost of motivation to try and turn things around. And at the moment, it's just going one way for Al Ahli. And we also saw the opening game to match week 7 last night. Al Qadisiyah 3, Al Shabab 0. Kaba couldn't quite keep that one in play. And well, the goal in the end from Asil Ahmed there wasn't an own goal in the end. Opportunity now, but it has been given the other way. Will be a foul. Now Nassr, I'm sure, will try and squeeze every second out of this one. It was Layan Al Thathi brought down, former Al Hilal player. Yeah, you can see the connection there. Just the footing of Hanafi trampling on Layan Al Thathi. Stood away by Azil. Cussie claims though. Dinks it over the top, trying to find Juradi, but Kathleen Souza. She's been instrumental at the back so far tonight, Kathleen Souza. And all that experience is really starting to pay off at the back for Al Nassr. She has also scored a goal so far this season. Also with World Cup experience back in 2019 for Brazil. Just caught offside there. Ibtisam Juradi a little too early. And Kathleen Souza just in the shot there. She in fact has had 30 appearances and 1 goal for her country. Lovely turn to steer it away from Juradi. Ball into the midfield. Lavanga. Cross to Azil. Mubarak driving forward. Lena's an option. Also Clara Lavanga still with Mubarak. Twisting, turning, finds Lena in the end. Lena couldn't quite squeeze it past Inaya Al-Majali. Just did enough to get a touch, but it will be out for a corner. Only a couple minutes remaining in this first half. And it is yet again Al Nassr with the attacking threat. Another opportunity teed up for Al Nassr. Sarah Al-Hamad, 32 years of age, the Saudi national. Also getting on the score sheet this season for Al Nassr. Whips the ball towards the near post and chested down, but Mubarak gets a touch and it's not cleared at all. But that shot goes trembling all the way into Rosette from Maria Duda. But the defence again at the back for Al Ahli. They're just not clearing the lines or clearing the ball away quick enough. Just all looks a little bit messy at the back at the moment. Let's have another look here. Chested down by Asiri, and again Asiri just couldn't steer it away. One main golden rule: if you're clearing the ball, don't do it through the middle. Try and clear it left or right, rather than giving an opportunity to the opposition. Only 3 minutes of additional time in this first half. And well, at the moment, in match week 7, it is Riyadh that's shining brightly. Kipoi feeds it through. Lena is there, also Mubarak. And now Al Ahli on the counter. Alice Kussi. Over to Kaba Kaba. My apologies, it is Malouk Al-Hassawi. Just switching sides there. Hassawi typically on the right hand side, but just switching over to the left. It just shows how versatile Malouk Al-Hassawi is, as is a number of players within the Al Ahli midfield. Just being pushed down there by Layan Al-Fafi. I'm sure Aya Al-Majali shall look to take this one quickly. Al-Majali over the top, and it's bounced, and Sarah Khalid had to come there. Not for the first time, Sarah Khalid has just had to be on guard with the free kick from Aya Al-Majali. You can see the distance that she can get this time. Just bounced initially before getting to the goal. But prior to that, the earlier free kick went straight towards goal. Kipoi, quick play to Lavanga. Again, back with Kipoi, manages to steer it across to Lena. Lena takes a touch, and it's steered away in the end. Kaba Kaba. A lot of pressure though, 3 yellow shirts, and brought down in the end, and it will be an Al Ahli free kick. A little bit too much for the referee's liking. Kaba Kaba, she wanted the yellow to be shown here. And between the two, more so Mubarak Al-Sarari. A little bit too heavy. Kathleen chasing. And I'm sure Sarah Khalid will take as long as she possibly can, the Al Nassr goalkeeper. Well, I think that says it all for Manar Faraji. Not happy in this first half, and rightly so. Al Ahli have definitely been outplayed in this first half. Al Nassr have come out on top, and that is it. Omar Mohamed Abzaid, he has called the break, and well, Al Nassr, the better side, creating more options. At times, the quality of the final ball has been lacking, but they've just done enough to find the back of the net. Goals from Ruth Kipoi and Clara Lavanga. At the break, it's Al Ahli 0, Al Nassr 2.
Series is on the zone, where superstars meet.
It's not going to be your usual show.
And chaos unfolds.
Are you not entertained?
Nights like no other, where anything and everything happens.
Are you kidding me?
Where dreams are built in a heartbeat and shattered in seconds. Defying expectations, where underdogs conquer.
That changes everything!
And champions are crowned.
Am I now the queen of misfits?
The Zone is the home of crossover boxing.
When the lights shine bright and you've made the lonely walk, the cage door locks. It's just you and them.
Fight!
But the Zone is always in your corner. Elite MMA on the Zone.
Hello people, me again. Fight Week on DAZN is non-stop action. Access all areas of the biggest fights.
That's fantastic.
From grand arrivals and weigh-ins.
I'm not here around, I'm here for war.
To open workouts and pandemonium at the presses.
You wouldn't have been so much pain.
All analysed by the biggest names in boxing.
I'll end this. Get him out of boxing, it's over.
That and so much more, even before the bell rings.
DAZN is the global home of women's football, bringing you the best live games with the biggest stars, battling it out in the biggest competitions.
Cue the chaos! First blood in the title decider! Would you believe it?
Witness every season-defining moment.
Written in the stars!
Live and on demand, only on DAZN.
Stop it! And we've got a new, undisputed flyweight champion of the world!
Right now, as he's loaded and goes down. Palomares got clocked by Tito Sanchez, and I don't know if Palomares getting up.
He's on the outside, feet on the inside, and he is unleashing thunder from... Oh, he's out! He's out!
He's in big trouble, and he's down, and he is done. The king has returned.
He's got to keep his composure now, Wardley.
Oh! They call this round 13. They're taking it from the left off, and down goes Clark.
Shoot, Rams!
He does look good. He looks terrible. It's over. Round 1 KO.
1, 2, 3.
As-tu déjà eu mal quand tu as donné un coup de tête au ballon?
Oui, parce que ça dépend comment des fois on prend le ballon. On peut le prendre un peu trop haut et ça fait mal un peu à la tête. Mais généralement quand je le frappe avec le front, non, il fait pas mal. C'est plutôt moi, je frappe le ballon, mais ça dépend comment on prend, où on prend, dans quelle zone on tape le ballon.
Ok. Est-ce que cela t'arrive de te lasser de gagner des trophées?
Alors là, pas du tout. Pas du tout. Et toi, est-ce que ça te lasse de manger du Nutella tous les matins?
Non.
Eh ben voilà. Eh ben c'est la même chose. Non, on est là, on travaille tous les jours pour ça. Donc non.
That said, this is the moment where everything plays out, where every sacrifice pays off. Well, that's the ultimate sacrifice, taking that right hand. Flush from Marquez.
2 minutes plus left in the round. Sparked him out here, and it's over. And Hughes gets a dramatic win in the final round. But this is the first of back-to-back meetings between Juventus and Arsenal. That could say so much in terms of progression in the competition. Mornham for Little. Oh, it's a great ball for Frida Mornham to finish! Yes! What a goal! They have sliced Juventus apart. Blackstenius, she's all on her own in the minute. Stina Blackstenius going all the way! Stina Blackstenius doing it all herself. Is Mariana Caldente. What a finish. Across it goes, and they got another one. Caitlin Ford, 4 for Arsenal. And Arsenal victorious on the road. And in style as well here in Turin. They're looking like their old selves again, are the Gunners.
Up to the body or right hand up top, he finishes strong. Nice.
Hard.
Beautiful.
5, 6,
He's got to get
7,
enough.
8,
Oh, he is.
9,
Oh, he can't.
10.
That is it.
He's definitely on rubber leg street here. And just throwing it down.
Down a second time, and that's it. Following it up with more pressure and more violence, he was able to sit down FaZe Temper for a clear KO victory.
Now takes a good solid 1-2 from Brown, and that's good work from the Scotsman. Oh, big right hand! Oh, the legs of Quinn Punko. Oh, and it's all over the place. I'm not sure he's going to get up.
No, he's not.
It's all over. Oh, my word.
Barcelona. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. I can keep going. Frankfurt? I want to say Wolfsburg. Arsenal?
It was my turn.
Oh,
I was
turn.
going to say
okay.
Arsenal.
You're going to say Arsenal.
Potsdam. Yeah?
Oh, good one.
Thank you.
Ada.
Rapino.
Alexis Putellas. All right.
Well, tonight we reach the midway point of the UEFA Women's Champions League group stage. Bayern Munich have been perfect so far as they look to make it 3 wins from 3 matches. Vålerenga, can they kickstart their campaign here tonight in Bavaria? Paul floated towards the far post, and there's the opening goal. And guess who it is? Nila Harder with the header. She just cannot stop scoring in this competition. And that is going to be a penalty. It will be Julia Krin not to score this season in any competition. She has now, though. Zadrazil seals it in style. How about that? Job done for Bayern Munich then, who make it 3 wins from 3 matches in this year's Champions League.
Leon.
Arsenal.
Barcelona.
Oh, very clever. Wolfsburg.
Frankfurt.
Bayern Munich.
No.
Do you know another one?
Yumea.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Wendy.
Ada.
Eugenie.
Bob.
Marta.
Oh.
I'm going way back.
That was
That's
like
like
2
4
chances.
chances.
No, 2.
Hello people, me again. Fight week on DAZN is non-stop action. Access all areas of the biggest fights. That and so much more, even before the bell rings.
Strap yourselves in, everyone.
Let's go!
National League has a new home.
We've got lots to look forward to here on DAZN.
All of the matches.
The early shot is a really good one.
All in one place.
It's a great ball. It's a super goal.
Live or on demand.
Fabulous.
Available on any device.
Has a goal and scores majestically.
It all starts here.
National League TV now on DAZN. Sign up at DAZN.com/NLTV.
By bringing the best players on the planet, it gets people more involved in the game. Ongeberg, Irina Sabalenka coming here to Saudi to play. 2 women going head-to-head in this arena, making history. And then you have Novak Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz. Be able to have the greatest of all time, the #1 player on the planet, against the guy who's #2 in the world, who's been the youngest ever world #1.
A love for the game of tennis makes me give my 100%.
I've been waiting for tennis to come to Saudi, and it's really exciting, especially for female. I think it is very important for us. Definitely, we'll give it all.
To have these greats in the game playing head-to-head is really special. You couldn't ask much more for this competition.
The UEFA Women's Champions League, the best in the world.
A thunderous strike!
What a finish!
Sensational! Special goal!
Superstars aplenty.
That was lovely.
That's a majestic finish.
5-star Bayern. What a moment this is.
شوية ضميت هنا شوف شوية هنا ضميت شوية هنا سخن شوية يلا شوية ضميت هنا يمين مسار بعدين شوية يلا ضميت يلا 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 من اليسار موف
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the Al Ahli Club Stadium here in Jeddah. A very important encounter, if not the most important in the Women's Premier League so far. Al Nassr coming from Riyadh, being the dominating side in match week 7. And Al Ahli have it all to play for in this second half. Goals from Ruth Kipoyi and Clara Lavanga in that first half were the difference. But it was more the creativity and the options going forward for Al Nassr in comparisons to Al Ahli's very little encounters in the final third. Ibtisam Juredi heavily relied on up top, but in that first half, Al Ahli just sitting far too deep at times, so when they did go on the counter-attack, they were just lacking options going forward. So all to play for. A quick check of the watch from Omar Mohamed Abu Zaid, and we are underway in this second half. It's match week 7 in the Saudi Women's Premier League, and it's Al Ahli 0, Al Nassr 2. Kipoyi, she was one of the real threats going forward for Al Nassr. Also, that player there, Clara Lavanga, 2 terrific goals. And a very good assist for Ruth Kipoyi, an assist and a goal in that first half. Ruth Kipoyi coming from ALG Spor FC in Turkey. Also former Galatasaray player in the Turkey Women's League. And Juredi brought down an early opportunity in this second half for Al Ahli. Typical free kicks in the first half were taken by Aya Al Majali. And she's gone for goal both times, and it'll be interesting to see if we see the same again. It is Aya Al Majali, steered back by the assistant referee. Well, it looks like she's going to go long again, Aya. And long she goes. We also have another fixture tomorrow evening, and that will be the end of match week 7 in the Women's Premier League. Al Taraji are up against Al Ittihad at the Prince Saud bin Jalawawi Sports City Stadium in Al Kabor. And of course, huge news over the last couple of days in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is that the Kingdom will be hosting the FIFA World Cup in 2034. And growing together is their slogan, and growing together indeed. If we're just looking at the girls' football at the moment within the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, over 70,000 girls are playing football in a schools league. And 63% of Saudi nationals are all aged under 30. It's quite remarkable, the development over such a short space of time. Dispossessed, and Clara Lavanga goes for goal. And Iman Gallia, she didn't get 2 hands on it, but she just did enough to parry it down in the end. I'm just talking about the development of the women's game. Since 2015, there has been a 149% growth of women's participation in sport. Incredible. Nice Cussi driving forward on that right-hand side. Twisting, turning, manages to find a gap and headed down by Maria Duda. And the opportunity came for Farida Hanafi, but she just couldn't quite get the strike on target. Clara Lavanga all alone, the lone soldier. Still with the lone soldier though. Lena joining. Also now Kipoyi. And Malouk just does enough, gets a body in the way, but it's back with Clara Lavanga. And the ball comes over the top, and Lena goes for glory, but goes over goal. And the Capitan yet to find the target in this game. Would have been a terrific goal if she managed to bring that down. She got the connection all out of sort, just clipped the top of her leg. Headed on by Kipoyi. Asiri denied again. She had a real tough night, and Kipoyi slides it across, but nobody's there. And that opportunity trickles away. Prime opportunity to make it 3 for Al Nassr. And Sawara Asiri, she's just unable to handle Ruth Kipoyi here tonight. Not for the first time has she been unable to stop her in her tracks. Kusi tries to find Kaba Kaba. You see Kaba Kaba playing a lot further up the pitch than we saw in that first half. Kathleen Souza away from Juradi. Now into Kipoyi. Ruth Kipoyi, terrific work again, but Aya Al Majali, and you can see Aya Al Majali absolutely furious with her back line. She's had to trek all the way across from the right hand side where we typically see her drift away to. She's come all the way across to deny Ruth Kipoyi, but it shouldn't really be her job. It really is the job of Sawara Asiri. And then, of course, with Aya Kipoyi again. Kipoyi has a go, and it's deflected, and it will be a corner. Time and time again. Ruth Kipoyi finding a gap. Asiri denied. That was the initial strike, and well blocked in the end by Nakash, but it's trickled in, and Iman Galia punches it away, only as far as Lena though. Lena delivers the goods, headed away by Aya. Maluk shanks it away. Heavy touch, gives it back to Layan. Layan brought down in the process, and it will be a free kick to Al Nassr. Layan Al Fafi just getting caught there by Shamrani, and Shamrani's got to be careful. She's already on a yellow card, which she got in the first half. Let's have another look here. Again, very late timing, and to be quite frank, she's fairly lucky there that she's not been shown another yellow. Layan not in a good way, that's for sure. Just trying to run it off the Saudi national. A call by Clara Lavanga. She wants Kathleen Souza, goes short though. Lavanga over the top, but not enough to find Kipoyi. Kaba Kaba claims, finds the loose ball into Kusi. Kusi feeds it through. Kaba Kaba chasing. Bundled Layan to the ground. More momentum than anything, but has a prime example of Al Ahli lacking options and just expecting far too much from the likes of Naomi Kaba Kaba. She did all the hard work in the central midfield, found the likes of Alice Kusi, and then was expected to get it on the edge of the area and finish the job off, but too much expected of one player. Not enough going forward yet again for Al Ahli. Lena Claim steers it away from Kusi. Ball over the top. Can Mubarak keep it in? Yes, she can. Lovely touch from Mubarak. Steers it back, and Aya had to literally get a last minute touch on that just to steer it away. Sara into Lena. Dispossessed this time by Nakash. with Al Nassr though, and they've been winning every second or third ball, Al Nassr, all night. Just looked like they wanted it more. And if the scoreline does remain the same, or even changes and Al Nassr take away the 3 points, it will be Al Nassr top of the table. And they will have 21 points. Al Ahli will remain on 18. And in third, after their win this evening, Al Hilal with 13 points. Al Shabab with 12 in fourth. In fifth place, Al Qadisiyah with 11 points. Down at the bottom of the table in 10th, Al Taraji with no points so far. Al Amal in 9th with only 3. The newly promoted sides finding it difficult stepping up to the Women's Premier League, and it is very much a big jump up from Division 1. Malou Calasoy just taking a bit of a knock there. Have a look here. As Lena came across, there was just a slight connection. Malou took a tumbling. Of course, let's not forget the 30th of December back in 23. We saw Al Nassr lose to Al Ahli in the Saudi Women's Cup. Chested down, Kipoye again with the pressure. Aya steers it across in the end to Kaba Kaba. Nakash dinks it over. Sarah Khalid scoops up the goods. And that scoreline actually ended in the Women's Cup last season. A 4-3 win to Al Ahli in extra time. Of course, Al Ahli then went on to win the Women's Cup. And they'll be looking to defend their title, that's for sure. Basma. Lavanga does well because he was on a tail. Lavanga goes for goal. Parried down by Iman Gallia, and Aya's there just to deny it going out for a corner. And that's what we typically see with Iman Gallia. Not for the first time has she just parried the ball down and not managed to get two hands on it, the goalkeeper. Now Nassr, they're going to sense that, and potentially they could put in more numbers as somebody takes a shot in front of the goalkeeper. Just trying to capitalise when the goalkeeper parries it down. Alice Cussy, lovely turn. Glides through the midfield. Unable to find Kaba Kaba though. Too many yellow shirts. You can really see the likes of Kaba Kaba and Ibtisam Juredi absolutely surrounded as soon as Al Ahli go on the counter-attack. Aya Al-Majali, bit of space and time to play with here. Clara Lavanga chasing, two hands on it this time though. Iman Gallia. Better work from the goalkeeper. And just able to have the confidence in your goalkeeper to do that. It just reduces so much pressure at the back. Basma comes across to Layam. Al Ahli just allowing Al Nassr to play through the midfield at the moment. Cut out of play in the end. Cussy twisting, turning. very much unlike Al Ahli. As soon as Al Ahli get any sort of possession, there's a yellow shirt trying to close them down. And that really is the difference at the moment. Look how many yellow shirts there are in midfield. Al Ahli dropping back. The gap between defence and up top at the moment is far too superior for Al Ahli. There's no one in midfield. Al Nassr absolutely dominating, and this could be a reason for this change here. Fadwa Khalid, she will be making her way on. Malouk Al-Hussawi, she makes her way off, the Saudi national. She was one of the changes here tonight, Malouk Al-Hussawi. So Fadwa Khalid now on. 1 goal so far this season. Fadwa Khalid. Referee just looking to restart. Ibtisam Jaradi comes just to clarify what will be happening. Shrug of the shoulders from Jaradi. Jaradi attempts to close down Lena. Unsuccessful this time though. Quick touch and go by Kipuyi. Lavanga is there. Slides it through. Clara Lavanga, heavy touch. Makes it easy for Asiri. Kaba feeds it through. Fadwa Khalid, first real touch of the ball and dispossessed by Lasil Ahmed. Lasil Ahmed, former Eastern Flames player. She had 13 starts, 1 goal and 2 assists last season with Al Nassr. Let's have another look back here. Clara Lavanga's earlier shot on goal, parried down by Iman Gallia. And again, Clara Lavanga couldn't quite steer it past in the end. Iman Gallia better with 2 hands on. Well intercepted by Haraya Al-Shamrani. Rather lucky to still be on the pitch, Shamrani. Bit of a rash challenge earlier on when she's already on a yellow card. So next week, Al Ahli, they will face Eastern Flames. And Al Nassr, they will be home to Al Hilal. Another huge encounter. 2 clubs with so much rivalry. Well, if you are just joining us, welcome to the Al Ahli Club Stadium. It's Al Ahli 0, Al Nassr 2. No goals as of yet in this second half. Ruth Kipuyi opening the scoring, followed by Clara Lavanga in the first. An opportunity comes in. Chased by Maria Duda. It's whipped in and headed away. Kaba now tries to feed it through. Jaradi takes a touch. Jaradi unable to get past Duda. And really, Ibtisam Jaradi, she's been very quiet this evening. Hasn't really to get hold of any sort of possession going forward. And Lena slides it through. Aya Al-Majali, calm as you like. And then given away, and Kipuyi, well blocked in the end by Ragad. this is a prime example of Ahli just panicking at the back. Aya Al-Majali did what she needed to do. You can see exactly that. Just needs to calm down at the back. That's what Aya Al-Majali, she tried to do. Steer it away, and then Ragad, just a rushed pass out, giving it away straight to the likes of Ruth Kapoy. You are going to get punished. Omar Mohammed just making his way to have a subtle word with the likes of Alice Cussie and Lena. Sara whips it in, steers towards back post, and Iman Gallia again couldn't get two hands on it. Well, it was perhaps a little bit too close to home, that one. And again, Basma whips the ball in, and it's a wonderful goal! Basma Al-Shanafi, the youngster of Al Nassr. Raw talent, ladies and gentlemen. A wonderful player and an absolute superstar. Iman Gallia's night goes from bad to worse. A real touch of class. Her first season in the senior team, coming up from the under-17s. An absolute wonder goal. Just the way she connected. A lovely strike, just got enough whip to nestle in that top corner. Well, it's Al Ahli 0, Al Nassr 3. A big thumbs up from Basma Al-Shanafi. Her second goal of the season, and all smiles from that youngster. Sandro Mendes just having a word with the assistant. And I think they're probably talking about that superstar there. A real shining talent. Saudi national team player as well. A very bright future for Basma Al-Shanafi, and a bright future indeed for Al Nassr. Well, it's Al Ahli 0, Al Nassr 3. Approaching the 70th minute, and it's looking like a long way back for the home side now. It'll be a very pleasant journey for Al Nassr to make their way back to Riyadh. If they end up with the 3 points, and as it stands, it's looking likely so. And since the Women's Premier League started, Al Nassr have been top. They are the reigning champions time and time again. Basma just does enough to nick it through. Layam into Kapoy. Kapoy. Just not enough to find Lavanga. But again, very much when Al Ahli just try and dispossess Al Nassr, it's a swing of the leg or just completely out of position at times. Kapoy finds a gap but couldn't find the target. And as I was just saying, Al Ahli just seem panicked at times. If they do gain any sort of possession, the second ball is just given straight back to a yellow shirt. And just the pressure perhaps has got a little bit too much as we've hit match week 7. And of course, Al Ahli were top of the table as we came into this game. Slightly ahead on goal difference, same number of points, both on 18. And Sora whips it in, headed away by Shamrani. Again whipped in, and it's a wonderful goal! Sara with a wonderful corner. She had an early opportunity. A practice go before that one. And this one, she was aiming for the target. And all smiles and applauds for Sara Al-Hamad. Absolutely terrific by the Saudi national. Well, all celebrations directly in front of Iman Galia. And the goalkeeper's head is down in the sand in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia now. Not a good night for Al Ahli and not a good night for the goalkeeper. And the confidence is now oozing out of the Riyadh side. Mangalia just trying to wave at the ball and just got a position in a little bit out of sort there. Mangalia, she went a little bit too close to the near post, just misjudge the flight of the ball. Well, it's Al Ahli 0, Al Nassr 4, dominating side here tonight. Basma finds Layan. Better this time from Ragad, but only as far as Duda. Sara leaves for Lena. Lena takes control. And again, a huge gap in the central midfield for Al Ahli. Kipoy chested down. Lovely touch in the end. Kipoy finds the gap and nearly, very nearly. Sara Al-Hamad, she wanted a brace. Couldn't quite find it this time though. Not a happy face at all from Iman Galia. She's really had her work cut out here this evening. And again, Kipoy just feeding it through. You could see how easy it was for Kipoy to find the gap between the likes of Basiri and Aya Al-Majali. And it really is back to the drawing board for Manar Faraji. Al Ahli not really used to being on the losing side. Taking all 3 points in every league fixture in the new campaign. Alice Cussy. You can't fault her work rate this evening alongside the likes of Naomi Kaba. Between the two of them, they've tried to gain possession and create something going forward. But they've just not had enough options. And mistakes like that, Siri gives the ball away. Sara, ball over the top, Kipoy chasing. And she manages to keep it in play. Kipoy. Levanga's there on the edge. Kipoy, lovely footwork. And Iman Galia scoops it up this time. Basma slides it back, gives it away nearly to Kaba. Layam into Kipoy. This is where we've seen a similar trend for Al Ahli. As soon as Al Nassr get the ball in the midfield, Al Ahli just drop deeper and deeper. provided an opportunity in Kipoyi now. She's not been pulled up for that one. Huge bit of space, a huge gap. Kipoyi slides it across and nobody's there but a green shirt. Kaba does well. Juradi on the left. Ball fed through. Juradi chasing, but Kathleen Souza standing her ground. She's done well against the Moroccans so far this evening, but Juradi does enough. Finds Kussi, but Leanne Al-Fafi. Wonderful work at the back here this evening. Shamrani. Gonna need a bit of support here, Shamrani. Nearly a good ball through, but cut out of play. Ayra Majali just forced off the ball by Clara Lavanga, very much the same like Kipoyi on Asiri earlier on. No foul, play on, says the referee. And that's where you can see also the physical dominance with the likes of Clara Lavanga and Kipoyi. Al Ahli's defence just haven't been able to cope or deal with it at all here this evening. Earlier on in the season, Al Nassr, they did participate in the opening AFC Champions League women's competition. And well, a parry away, and it looked as though that was just heading out wide. But Sarah Khalid, she wasn't taking any chances with that one. She wants a clean sheet here tonight. Let's have another look here. Kaba did just start to get enough whip. I do think that still was heading out wide though. And it comes all the way. Opportunity! And there it is. Farida Hanafi. Her first goal this season for Al Ahli. She claims one back for the home side. And no real celebration at all from Manar Faraji. Of course, it's still a very, very long way to equal the scoreline. Hanafi completely unmarked. You could see it was Kaba that went to go for the initial stop, but she just couldn't quite get it under control. And Hanafi wide open. Well, it's Al Ahli 1, Al Nassr 4. As I was just saying moments before that, Al Nassr did participate in the very first edition of the Women's AFC Champions League. They were knocked out in the opening stages by Abu Dhabi Country Club of the UAE. So their focus now really is the Women's Premier League. Lovely turn by Kipoyi. Back post is Lavanga. In the centre, Sara. Lena has a go. Stopped by the foot of Iman Galliet, steered away in the end by Hanafi. And Al Ahli are just not getting the ball down and playing at the moment. Everything is just a shank away or a panicked pass. As we approach the 80th minute mark, it looks like Al Nassr could be walking away with the 3 points, and that will be another opportunity for Al Nassr. Of course, the last time Al Nassr had a corner, it was a goal by Sara Al-Hamad. Iman Galliet just needs to get a positioning right this time, stand her ground. Did look as though it was steering out wide, but Mangalia just wanted to make sure it is as well. Sarah Al-Hamad stepping up again. She did score the last time out, so we know what she can do. Sarah Hanafa again. Heads towards the near post this time and headed out of play. But another opportunity for Sarah Hamad to have a go. Ball comes in. Back post, but Duda couldn't quite get anything on it. Nafi into Kusi, does well. Again, only Kusi in the midfield. Kaba drives forward. Kaba slides it across. Ibsam Juredi takes a touch. Juredi, and it is a deflection, but Sarah Khalid, good positioning from the goalkeeper, just denies it from going out for a corner. Lovely touch by Kipoyi. Opportunity now. Roof Kipoyi goes for goal, and the leg of Iman Galia steers it away. Good reactions from the goalkeeper. Nakash tries to find Juredi. There will be another change here. Baluli will be making her way on, and it will be goal scorer Clara Lavanga that makes her way off. A wonderful, solid performance from Clara Lavanga. And there is the offside. Just moments before that, Ibsam Juredi just caught a yard or two too early. So with Bluey now on, Clara Lavanga off. Cash does well. Draws the free kick in. Nazreen Baloui. First real touch of the player, and the ball. Ina Busaha, no goals here tonight, but she's just done enough to be a dominating force within the midfield. And Nazreen Baloui just unable to get Aya Al Majali. Lina Al Busaha, 2 goals last game. She's already on 10 goals so far this season. In fact, being Al Ahli throw-in, Omar Mohammed just indicating to Mubarak to hand that one over. Lovely skill, lovely work from Alice Cussie. Hanafi cuts it back. Great pressure from the likes of Leyanan Kapoyi. Kapoyi now a driving force for Al Nassr. Baloui chasing, denied by Aya Al Majali. Nakash takes the touch. Too heavy in Leyan Al Fafi. She just does enough. Advantage play. Brought down in the end, Baloui. It will be a free kick to Al Nassr. Prime opportunity to make it 5 for the Riyadh side. Aladine Nakash, former Servette Chenoise player in Switzerland. She was with them from 2022 just to the end of last season. Also a fair bit of playing experience in France. Just a bit of a clumsy challenge there on Nesrine Baloui. Will be Maria Duda, former Flamingo player. Duda. And a bit too much under that for Maria Duda. Always heading over. Well, only 4 minutes remain of the 90. Melody Nakash. She has gained a yellow for that incident. Basma. Blocked in the end. A cry for handball, and handball is given. Goal scorer for Al Ahli, Farida Hanafi at fault this time. Lovely skill by Lena. Good pressure though from Cussie. Kaba chasing. Just did enough to stop Leyan Al Fafi from getting it forward. Again, as I said earlier on, the likes of Alice Cussie and Naomi Kaba. Just too much is put on their shoulders. They're expected to do far too much. Alice Cussie over the top. Kaba is there. She's going to need some support. Girardi's in the area. Well blocked in the end by Duda, but mopped up by Kaba. Alice Cussie trying to find a way through, and surely that's a free kick, and it will be. Lina Boussaha just pushing down Alice Cussie. And there will be another change. Dalia Abu Labam, she will make her way on, the Saudi national. She will be replacing the goal scorer Farida Hanafa. An evident foul directly in front of the referee. Lena furious with the decision, but no denying. 2 hands on the back of Alice Cussie there. Dalia, she steps on just in time for this free kick. Dalia Abu Laban, 1 goal so far this season. And it will be, of course, the Moroccan Ibtissam Girardi. Girardi goes for goal, and it is! Wonderful work, just took a slight deflection. And Ibtissam Girardi, Al Ahli quickly grasping the ball out of the net. They want to restart very quickly. Urgency now all of a sudden from Al Ahli, but perhaps a little too late from the home side. The cheer from the home support. Let's take another look here. The high leg from Lena. Lena just getting a little touch on that. But all the work came from Ibtisam Juredi. Of course, Ibtisam Juredi can't go a game without scoring, can she? There will be an additional 4 minutes here. And those 4 minutes could bring glory for Al Ahli. And they've all of a sudden just started a bit of momentum, and you can see Manar Faraji very animated in a technical area, giving firm instruction. Iman Abdul Rahman, one of the assistant referees here this evening. Lena just trying to keep a hold. Gets it over the top, trying to find Kipui. Quickly played. Aya looks to go long. Nearly gets that one wrong, and not like it was a close call. Nearly just headed out of play. And again, it's all panic stations for Al Ahli, as it has been all night, in the pressure from Belouhi. Better this time by Al Ahli, just getting it across rather than just kicking the ball into no man's land. Excellent pace, and perhaps the foul, and it is Kathleen Souza. She's already on a yellow as well, the Brazilian. And a cheeky wink from Kathleen Souza. Maybe taking one for the team there. And there will be a change for the away side. Tahani Aliana Bawi, she will be making her way on, and she'll be replacing goal scorer Sara Al-Hamad. Sara Al-Hamad, she's worked hard tirelessly all evening, but her glory moment came from the corner. A wonderful goal, wonderful skill by Sara Al-Hamad. There was the foul on Kaba Kaba by Kathleen Souza. Will of course be Ibtisam Juredi. Who else? Ibtisam Juredi delivers. Half cleared, just enough to steer it away, and it's come all the way back in, but headed wide in the end. Sara Khalid just indicating she didn't get anything on that one. Referee just indicating to play Sara Khalid, just confirming that that was what he wanted. Of course, Al Nassr will try absolutely everything to try and squeeze down these seconds, hold on to this lead. What a lead it is. And this will really be a statement victory for Al Nassr. All eyes will be watching this game in the Women's Premier League. So much lies on this encounter. Belouhi goes all the way through midfield into the final third. She's going to need a bit of support here. And in the end, Ragad, she had to make that last-ditch challenge. And it is a corner. Only seconds remain. And maybe just a little too late for Al Ahli. And there will be another change as well. Mubarak will be making her way off, and it will be Dalal Abu Shafi making her way on. Saudi national, 29 years of age. Dalal, very creative player and also a fair bit of pace. So she could also spring on a little bit of a spark for Al Nassr in the final minute or so. Al Nassr in no rush whatsoever. Lina into Kapui. Kapui couldn't find a way through, and it will be a throw-in. Basma heads down. Steered away in the end though. Just down by Lina. And there it is, it's all over here at the Al Ahli Club Stadium. Well, a huge game, a huge encounter, and the reigning champions of the Women's Premier League, they end on top. They do move to top of the table, Al Nassr with 21 points. Al Ahli in second remain on 18. And goals from Roof Kipoi, Clara Lavanga, Basma Al Shanafi and Sara Al Hamad for Al Nassr. Al Ahli leaving it late, but goals from Farida Hanafi and of course the Moroccan Ibtisam Juredi. But Al Ahli, they were quiet in the first half, couldn't really create anything. You can see how disheartened the home side are. And Manar Faraji, she's really going to have to pep the players back up because it's a long way to go. It's a huge game, a huge statement for Al Nassr. A difficult night for Aman Galia. And well, it ends here. Al Ahli 2, Al Nassr 4. You've been with me, Amy Gillingham. Shukran, good night. Mas.
These two guys have needed to fight for a while. They are finally going to get it on.
Gurriel using my knee to build his legs, but I'm here to tell him, be careful what you ask.
Rocha's time is over. Now he's just on the way.
Hey everyone, I'm Ariel.
And I'm Ade.
Introducing the Ariel and Ade Boxing Show. All the headlines and hard-hitting debate from the world of boxing.
And we've got special guests every single week.
So if you love boxing, you'll love this program.
Every Tuesday, live on DAZN.
DAZN is the global home of women's football. Bringing you the best live games. With the biggest stars. Battling it out in the biggest competitions.
Cue the chaos! First blood in the title decider. Would you believe it?
Witness every season-defining moment.
Written in the stars!
Live and on demand. Only on DAZN.
Let's knuckle up! Can I get a face-off with Conor McGregor?
Combat fighting in its purest form.
There is no show in the world like the BKFC.
DAZN is the home of boxing. With over 150 live fights a year. And
You can relive history by watching the biggest fights at any time.
What a shot, straight down the pipe.
Just head to DAZN.com and go to previous events to catch up on all the action from the biggest nights in boxing.
There is in trouble.